Hey guys, CM here. I wanted to show you something that's really awesome. And I guarantee there is none other like it in the world. Um, this is a Benchmade Skirmish, and the model number is BM630, and it's straight edge, and actually it's double edge. Now that I think of it, and also it's wave too, and it's tip up, yeah. And what else did they do it? Yeah, polished the liner or the slabs, all that crap. Whatever. Okay, now a little bit of background before I just make you guys shoot your load here. Is you see, I'm pretty sure this knife is very famous on the internet forums. At one time it was rainbow colored tie. Another time it was bead blasted tie. After it got back from being sharpened by Richard J. from Blade Forums, and this knife has recently came back from Andrew Demko's shop, and a couple months ago I paid him to since the standoffs had started rusting into the screws, and one screw or more than one screw I couldn't get out. No matter, I didn't have any ferric chloride on hand. I still don't have any. I need to get some, but I couldn't rot the steel out of the titanium. So I sent the whole fucking mess to Andrew Demko and told him, okay, I want a tie backspacer, right? I wanted that. I wanted pocket clip drilled and tapped on both left and right, same position. I wanted him to peen the lock bar, pound it so I can, or so the tie spreads, or expands or whatever, it displaces itself, and so you get a younger lockup. What else? Oh, I wanted bigger screws. None of that 256 shit. None of that. I wanted at least like 440s. And what else? New pivot. And what he did was completely bead blast the entire assembly, and I mean a really decent bead blast. I mean, it looks almost like a really non-green olive drab, if you can picture that. The pictures don't do it justice, man. But new pivot, the 440. I haven't had a chance to unscrew and mic them, but at least 440 screws along, the backspacer, tie backspacer, resharpened it, and what else? Nylotron washers, and oh yeah, one other thing. Instead of a peening the lock bar, he put in a new stop pin that was oversized. That would when the tang was reground and mated with the lock bar, it created a brand new virgin status kind of lock. This thing, like, if I do a pretty decent, if I do a normal wave draw, a really light one, the thing gets stuck. I got to use a key to kind of like Strider SMGs, for the first year. But without further ado, here it is. Let's see, use this camera here and get it focus in. See that? Very gray, very, very gray. Almost like an OD kind of thing, but gray drab. Yeah. And you notice two holes on the lock bar area where the detent ball should be. One he had to drill to relocate and press a brand new detent ball into it, because making the stop pin larger right here to I haven't mic'd that yet, but I'm guessing it's a 1/4 inch stock pin. Yeah, I think it is a 1/4 inch, but yeah, that throws off your zero, if you will, for where your detent ball goes. So let's see. I usually carry, with the left-hand pocket clip configuration, but just in case I decide to, put this in my left, rear pocket, for backup, like in the clinch kind of shit. He put pocket clip holes here, and I have them. I prefer this one. This is my primary. My primary right pocket defensive / offensive carry. And what else? Oh yeah. Also, if you can see this, I'm gonna try to get the light catch. You can see a FTW there, and if you look really close, you can see skulls. One there and one there. And skulls with the X's for eyes, kind of like the engraving I did on my Zippo that my wife now uses. I did this job back in 06, very early 06, when I was living in a house that distributed crystal meth, and I became adopted by these people that are now sober, and I'm still in contact with them, and they're awesome people. But they were major distributors of the drug, many drugs for like a decade or so. Like when Blondie, the act came over, Debbie Harry came to these people for the drugs. Okay, I was living there, and I became kind of, like something I never had. I was a sergeant at arms at the door, and I worked security, whatever. I did a lot of things I'm not exactly proud of, but I got this knife during that time period where I was living there for 9 months or so, and all the customers, all the regulars saw me grinding on this knife and modifying it. And if you know what a full-length skirmish looks like, there's about 3 holes right there. The 4-hole variants are really rare, and I know Ultra Reef has one. It looks badass. But I removed everything that sat above the handle, and I did that. Oh, and I waved it too. That was part of it. But I got it all ground off, and I double-edged it. So this. Now let's look at the light right here. Perfect. I did this with the Dremel with a 60 grit. I believe it's 1/2 inch grinding drum or sanding drum, and I was holding the Dremel, station or perpendicular to it, grinding that way instead of like you should be on a belt grinder doing like this. I was, yeah. Okay, the people saw me working so much, for over a period of 2 months building this thing, and I never had to use it. So that is the purpose of this knife. As I intended to when I got it. They saw me building this thing and shaving my arm hair and wave drawing and doing some Filipino martial arts, like practice and stuff. And like, I'm not gonna fuck with this tweaker. This is one tweaker you don't want to fuck with. So let's talk. Let's do some wave draws with this thing. Let's see. Bend this down. Now, this knife, of all the knives I own right now, even rivaling the Demko Custom, I would say this is my ultimate pick-call grip, my ultimate reverse grip fighting knife. And the lock, like I said, is so virgin that I've got to, pop it, like stick a key or scissor in there, just to, I don't want to overextend it because I don't have a lock bar stabilizer. But we'll try it again. Okay. Oh, I pulled a little too hard actually. Got to bounce back. Got to break it in again. All over again. Yep. But if you yank it softly, though, and that's a trick when you have a lock that's brand new. Pop this thing. Yeah, soft is better with this. And let's try one normal, the way Emerson intended it. There you go. Now, a guy that works at Chico Mall Cutlery Works recommended the normal style Emerson position because I'm a big fan of forward waving, but he gave me a good pointer of why rearward waving is desirable at times, especially if you're like around people or you don't want to display the blade. This is the way to do it. And there it is. But this is a one of a kind, and it's pretty freaking cool. It's the only one I know of in existence because nobody else is crazy enough to do this to their Benchmade Skirmish. So yeah, I like it. And this has displaced my Demko Custom. That thing's a knife bag now. I gotta carry this thing, break it in. So mad props to Andrew. He's a cool ass mofo and can make anything possible. Kudos to everybody that's got something from the shit, like Ankerson and the guy with the Florida Gators thing on his thing. So alright guys, stay safe, stay armed, God bless. Later.